you and Travis are known for having quite the bromance, Pat. I see you guys hanging out all the place. I got to make it out there with Tahoe with you guys one year, but it's such a big bromance that even Brittany is jealous. She tweeted out how jealous she was of your guys' relationship a few weeks ago. What were your honest first impressions of Travis? And vice versa. How did this bromance come together?
Should I tell him the story, dude?
Story? That's your call,
That's
man.
my call. It's a bad look on me, but so obviously I get here at the beginning of the year, and I'm still a rookie, so I'm just kind of going through the motions, trying to figure out the best way to kind of fit in. And I think the first time that I thought, I was like, me and Travis we're gonna be connected throughout my entire career was, you remember when we had the 4th preseason game? We used to have a little off time. You had like a little weekend. You played on Thursday. You kind of had a little week. Well, Coach Reed always would give you the walkthrough the day before the actual walkthrough. And me being a kid fresh out of college, I had a couple buddies that were rookies with me, and they were like, "Let's go out Saturday, man. Let's go out. We'll have the walkthrough on Sunday."
Got done. We're done with
just got back from St. Joe's. We had a great preseason. So we go out, and Coach Reed had told us the next day at like 8 o'clock, we're going to have a 15-minute walkthrough done. That's all you have on Sunday. So I set 8 alarms on my phone. I have them all. I go out with the rookies. Of course, I get out there, and I see old Travis Kelce out at the same spot as I'm at, and I'm like, "Hey, Travis like, come on, all y'all come over here to the table.
Let's do this.
Let's have a great time." So I have a great night. Get home, have all my alarms set. I made sure of that. Go to sleep, wake up, not to an alarm, wake up, look at the TV, and I see 8:15 on my TV screen on the resting thing. I didn't put my phone in the charger, so my phone died. And
I've done that.
Rookie mistake.
Too many times.
And so I obviously drove to the facility extremely fast. Dangerous.
You can't overlook that
feeling.
initial feeling of understanding that you're not going to make it there on time is the
Your
most
heart
like
just drops.
No, this isn't happening.
This isn't happening.
This isn't happening.
Am I dreaming?
And then immediately you just start telling yourself how uselessly, you stupid idiot, how could you do this? You suck. You're an idiot. You're so unaccountable, man. You can't get it together, man.
And then to complete the story, I get there and I get to the facility, and they're already in the walkthrough, obviously, already going. And I walk up to the door, and like how the Chiefs facility is built, the defense does it on the first side of the field, and the offense is on the other side. And I was like, there is no chance I'm walking through the defense late to get to the offense side of the walkthrough.
I ain't going out
Meanwhile,
there,
we're playing the Super Bowl champs, the Patriots, like on opening night that week. And so I sit in the locker room, and I'm just sitting there shaking my head, and they call me up to the office, and I get like the max fine, all this different stuff, feel like an idiot. And I thought it was so weird that the first question they asked me was, "Were you with Travis?" And I was like, No, not at all. Why would you even ask that? And long story short, Travis was also late. He got there 5 minutes before me.
Oh, fuck, dude.
So
I'm sitting here. Dude, I'm coming into the building like, fuck, man. I can't believe I fucking screwed this up again, man. Because I'm not going to say I'm notorious for late, but I screwed up a few times before and have been late. So I'm in my head about it. I'm like, man, Coach Reed is going to kill me, man. I can't even look at this guy in his eyes. I'm going to just be looking down at the ground while he tells me I'm the worst teammate ever, man. And I walk into the building, and they're like, were you with Pat last night? Where's Pat at? I was just like, my dog, man. I'm not alone. Let's go, man. At that point, I knew we were teammates, man. I knew that guy was going to win the Super Bowl.
Ride or die together, baby.
I will say, since then, though, I believe me and Travis have never been late again. So we have been on the straight and narrow since then. So I won't be late again. I don't know about Travis.
I don't think Coach Reed will stand me ever being late again. So I'd make sure I get my ass up and going early, man.
Dude, I was late one time in college. Do you remember the college rule? And in Cincinnati, if you were late for the Friday morning lift, they would make you, the whole team, do stadium steps. Until the guy showed up, and they would take somebody to go get him.
Oh, my gosh.
I woke up, same thing, realized I was late. in my street clothes, went straight into the stadium and just started doing stadiums.
Let's go, man.
They made
Hey,
me
your
go for an
team-
hour and a half.
This is how bad
Your
I
teammates
was,
can
dude.
respect that, though. Your teammates were like, this guy cares.
No, he feels bad about it. He's doing it in Timberlands. It's sweet. I remember I used to do what is it? I used to have like a psychological yeah, man. I mean, time is time, you know. Back in college, I wasn't really pressed about being late. So I would show up late or something like that, and I would get told I got to be at that 5 o'clock stadium step run, and I would be ready. That was the only thing I was on time for, and just like Rocky Balboa, that shit, just like sprint the fuck out of them and just be like, I'm getting better today, baby. So they stopped making me run stadium steps and started making me push pennies on like the weight room floor, which is not a slippery surface.
What?
You know what I mean? Yeah, I had to push pennies with my finger, and I wasn't allowed
I've heard of plate pushes.
No, dude.
I've never heard of penny pushes.
Pennies against a weight room floor, and I had to do it in a figure eight, and I wasn't allowed to be on like my knees or like
Your
laying
knees,
down.
yeah. You're like
I
bear
had to
crawling,
stand-
essentially.
Yeah, I had to stand up.
That
and
sounds
do this.
terrible.
Dude, couldn't get hyped for that one, so they beat me on
The
that
sickest thing I've done in college was have you done like the rolls where you have to get like this and this barrel roll across the field? Everybody's just throwing that the entire time.
Terrible.
Well, my first punishment, it was a team punishment for everybody who was missing class. Kingsbury had us do that, but he played Get Your Roll On, which like, everybody get your roll on. He played it for like 30 minutes straight. Everybody's
That's
just
so
rolling
sick.
and throwing up. I'm like, this is just psychological warfare by Coach Kingsbury out here at Texas Tech.
That's good stuff.
When you hear that song to this day, do you have like Pavlov's dog? Like, are you like immediately?
No,
just
I hate it. I hate it immediately. All I can think about is how sick I was that Wednesday morning at 4:30 before class.
That boy's stomach starts turning over, man. That's good shit.
Do you remember what led to me getting drafted? And do you remember, I think we all remember what led to him getting drafted because all three of us were on the phone that day. I guess what's the story behind mine, and then we'll talk about Travis's.
Yours was real easy. So you were a great player.
Okay.
A little bit undersized.
Yeah.
But had tremendous toughness, speed. You were smart and dirty tough, and so that was an easy decision.
Yeah.
And we needed a center.
Yeah.
And so you fit in. We just got rid of all that linebacker stuff in you, gave you the hard mud and cut you loose.
Yeah.
This guy, I saw play against Temple.
Yeah.
And my son kept telling me, this tight end is unbelievable. Kelsey's brother is like incredible. I mean, he's 265 pounds. He's a beast. And then I get
scouting.
I know, but then I get him. He's like 240, but that's okay. But I remember this. I'm going to bring back a memory for you. Game's over. They just destroyed Temple. And I come over to the locker room. You're there.
Yep.
With your mom. Yeah. And he comes bebopping out and just giving me the business.
Yeah.
Like we're long lost friends. And deep down, I'm going, if I get my hands on that son of a buck, I am going to rip his heart out. But I played along with it.
Yeah.
I played along with it. Cocky. Jamie is cocky.
Yeah.
But listen, I knew the roots.
Yeah.
So for the first 5 years, it was a war. The last 5 years have been unbelievable. You know, he traveled the country to 50 states, dating 50 girls. I knew this show would be. Easy.
Yeah.
This show would be easy.
Yeah, this is nothing compared to that.
We've named plays after it. We've had our fun.
And that play has been a hell of a play for us, Coach.
No, it has. It has. Constant 7.
Not that show, though. Not that show.
Not that show. We won't rerun that show.
I don't think anybody's rerunning that.
Do you think so? Back to draft night. Does Travis get drafted if you hadn't drafted me and knew me already? With the red flags that were kind of out there around him?
Yeah, that would have been tough. If you were in the league, I still would have called you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have called you. Somewhere I would have called you and checked on him just to make sure because I had heard the rumors about him.
Yeah. What do you think now, having known those rumors and now having coached him for 10 years?
Yeah, so like I said, for like the first 5 years, those rumors were pretty close.
Yeah.
For the next 5 years, they've been awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I've watched him blossom into a leader, and I mean, he's always been a great player, but tremendous leader, big heart, teammates love him. You're not the only leader in the family.
Yeah, I know that. No, Trav.
Show your personality, baby.
That's right.
That's one of the beautiful things that I think is behind your coaching philosophy is everybody gets to lead in their own way. And Trav does it his way. I do it mine. I think Travis's personality, he always cares about his teammates, always wants to win. He's just a little bit young and trying to have a little bit too much fun, but that's caught up.
Never have too much fun.
I told him, I told both of you guys, let your personality show.
Yes.
He threw the flag at the official.
That was amazing.
You picked it up and handed it to him. That's the difference.
That's an amazing clip.
No, seriously, when did you know that Patrick Mahomes was the real deal? Was it watching him at Tech or kind of getting him in the building? And
Yeah. I give credit to Brett Veach on that one. Because
Nice.
Brett,
shout out to Beach.
Brett was a scout at the time, and from the first time that kid played, Dorsey and I had tapes on our desk, and said, you got to watch this guy. You have to watch him. And for 2 years or how many ever years it was, we watched this kid, and Beach goes, this is the best guy I've ever seen. I mean, he's that good. And Beach did the Southwest or Southeast area, and that's the hotbed, and so Doris and I go, yeah, this guy's pretty good now. So about 2 years later, and then I think once he stepped into the league, he did that game at Denver where we'd wrapped up our playoff spot.
Oh, yeah.
And he got to jump in and go in a game. I mean, he did what he did in practice, what he did at Tech, and I go, that's pretty good. Now, we had Alex Smith at the time, who was also good.
He had his best year.
Yeah.
We said on the show that Matt Nagy secretly gave Pat the answers to the draft interview. Did you know that he had the answers?
And did that interview impress you if you did not?
Yeah, so listen, Veach. No. So Veach and Nagy were teammates. Delaware.
They were in cahoots. Yeah.
Dead giveaway. So I had a couple little curveballs just to throw in there. Just a couple little curveballs. And he handled them. But
Nice.
I knew.
Pat Mahomes can hit the curveball, baby.
That's right. Just a couple curveballs.
That's good stuff. What goes on in evaluating a QB from a coach and like the GM perspective?
I think you got to get to know the guy and see what he's all about. You go to the combine and the answers are kind of packaged there with answers, and I think that's easy. And you don't get a ton out of him. But you get a guy, you lock him in a room for 8 hours, and then you go over a whole install, make him spit it back at you, and then throw questions at him on how you'd handle this. By the time you get done with that 8 hours, you got a pretty good feel on what the guy's about. And we did 6, I believe it was 6 of them that year. And it was their day in the building here. And so by the time they left, I think we were pretty accurate with it, actually, as we went through and have looked now with the history part of it.
Yeah.
We were pretty accurate on our evaluation. It takes a lot of time, though.
Yeah.
When you're evaluating quarterback, is there anything what makes Pat Mahomes, in your mind, so much different than every other quarterback out there? Like, what is unique about him?
Well, if he's in a bind, he just throws it to him.
It's not a bad safety.
I tell you, he's got a good way about him. He was raised in a locker room, so he's got that feel.
Yeah.
He's a natural leader, but he's humble.
Yeah.
He's easy to coach. I mean, he's going to listen. You can coach him hard, and then at the same time, he wants everything you can throw at him.
Yeah.
And, both of you guys are great players, and if there's one thing I've noticed in coaching over the years is the great players want you to give them one more thing so they can even be greater than what they are. So they're always asking, hey, what do you got? What do you got? What do you got? And I saw that with Brett. I saw it with Reggie White. I saw it with the different guys, Sterling Sharp, all these guys that phenomenal players, and Brian Dawkins, and the list goes on. Right. But they just want to give me one more thing to make me better than what I am. And so it's a great driver for a coach to do. But anyways, that's Pat's got that. He wants you to load him up and challenge him, and he's going to work, and he's dedicated. He during the week he's not going out. No. He's going to stay in and study and do his thing, and
all the time.
Yeah, that's how he rolls.